Luxury programming with Hullabaloo! And I called the programming framework Hullabaloo. It's a good start. I am not sure what it means, but I think of the whole as a luxury programming framework. This system is as powerful as wonderful, and it is already well documented. And just looking at the sample code and matching up names properly wows. It includes a dialect of filtergraph, which is a programming language that accepts input, transforms it multiple times, and sends it out. The data sent out is under a label like email valid, so you can begin the next transformation procedure or capture it as an event. It's really simple. Here, however, the input can be a button that sends something, or a web page input box, a signal to be precise. So it is just like I promised, a surface, flat and shiny, on top of which you build data transformation networks. Data in this program is sent around through events. Anything can be an event. PasswordFailure, appointmentReminder. But as events occur in time, they can pass you by. So I decided that an event must be captured by a signal. Artificial intelligence insists on calling signals values. I suppose they are. Values that announce when they change. I call this invention event capping. An event capped with a signal can never pass you by. You just look at the signal value. So beneath are events, traveling very much like emails, but on top are signals, and this program embraces that. Signals are the first-class citizen that you interact with. I give you a persist feature, and here you just name your signal, and when you reopen the browser, the signal value will still be there. It's quite powerful. Artificial intelligence has instructions to give persist any number of storage strategies and technologies. REST, files, database, PouchDB, ORM. You just name the signal you want to keep. But yeah, the filters are how you program everything. It is a visual programming language described in text. All your JavaScript functions or methods still live in the plugin. And shockingly, they are not twisted in any way. In my wisdom, and we have to call this one a wisdom, the Hullabaloo filters are the 4th generation of my filter programming language. It took 3 powerful versions for me to notice that a filter is just a function. It accepts a packet as an argument, and it returns a transformed version. Now, let me explain. This is very scary. A flow-based programming language that uses normal functions will make people profoundly sad for all the battles that they fought before. When they realize that they can use a signal as an output and that those signals can be configured to persist with a single property, not even line, property, and then that signals can be created on demand via AutoSignal, which is a proxy that generates them automatically. Don't tell anyone about this, but from their perspective, it's a causality violation. Hopefully they won't notice. It then all comes together, and all else goes to the heck in a handbasket. The idea of programming Svelte, React, Angular. Oh my gosh, they've never established a stable surface. It's all just muck that you have to play in. And here, you have this little column of things bouncing back and forth until they resolve into the filter graph, where you do all your programming. So good. Now I believe that persist feature that allows you to turn off your computer and still retain your signal data is where my core programming ends, really where I retire again. What follows will be fun luxury plugins. And seriously, the first one that comes to mind is a browser-based file system. Oh, I've been meaning to program that forever, but without the filter programming language, all my advanced research was always on the back burner. Then AI chat-like user interface component, inspired by terminals actually, and done rather well by now defunct Mozilla Ubiquity. Oh, bring that back. This means you can now send commands into the filter graph language. You will listen to a command event in the beginning of your pipe, and then just route execution of local methods. Oh, you can put a cute little programming firewall in that. It's all right. I will say, though with some caution and a hint of doubt, that the user interface problem turned out to be a nothing burger. But I have to admit, it required 4 nearly separate features to tame: regions, buttons, binding, bidirectional, and content, single direction, from a signal to some region in an HTML page. Down the road, in a tutorial, a luxury feature that is not part of the core will convert objects to forms, and then forms to user data, and then user data to a signal that then can be persisted. Luxury in the sense that it is a little bit excessive. Not that you have to pay money for it. The program is under the MIT license. You can see and hear how user interfaces are challenging. But that's because people don't understand that they need to be generated. That's the solution. Generated based on simple objects, the way ORMs generate database tables. Those are, of course, transformation operations, perhaps best left for the filter language and a rather glorious tutorial. For me, it is a good time to take a break from programming. Though at the same time, what isn't a break in the age of artificial intelligence? Thank goodness for that. By the way, I know they say the devil is in the details, but that only holds true if you don't use reactive flow-based programming and cheerful little signals.